Hi, welcome to my second 6-month review. I am not home currently. I am traveling at the moment. I'm ending this year on the other side of the globe to where my home is, and also beginning it here. I'm currently at Queenstown, New Zealand, and I was off on holidays for the past 2 weeks, traveling around Australia, or kind of across Australia from Darwin to Adelaide. I'm not on holiday for the whole time that I'm away. I have my laptop, and this week I've started to again work at my day job and also work on Lina Knits, which is my passion project. I'm having a very casual early morning tea here. I'm staying at this really nice Airbnb. Just as with the 6-month review, the first of its kind that I posted back in the summer, this is just as informal as that was. It's just me sitting down and being open, transparent about how the year is going and what my hopes and dreams are, what I'm planning. So enjoy, sit back, get a cup of tea along and drink it along with me. Grab your whip and do a few stitches while you listen, and leave me comments below. Do you do this kind of audit for yourself, or if you have a business? But I mean, even in personal life, I think doing these kind of sitting down and reflecting and kind of gathering your thoughts and seeing if you're going in the direction you want to go in, these are really interesting to do and also beneficial. Let's again look at the numbers first. So I've changed places. I'm currently in a camper van, and me and my partner were traveling around here in New Zealand. Don't mind the pile of blankets and random objects on the side. We're parked up here in a little village, and I've finished with most of today's tasks. I still have a meeting this evening for my work. Because of the time difference, evening here is morning time in Finland and in Europe, so that's when I will do some of my work hours. But now, before we drive onwards, I thought I would film at least a bit more for this video as well. I have my laptop here and I've got the numbers here, so I'll be looking here while sharing them with you. So during the past 6 months, so from July to the end of December, we're currently on the 16th of December. I've published 6 new patterns, so 1 per month. Editing me here, I don't know what I was counting. I didn't publish any new patterns in December, so that makes it a total of 5 new patterns. And that means 4 shawls, and it is 3 shawls. I've also done 1 pair of socks, published 1 pair of socks, and a vest. Now the shawls are without a doubt always the best sellers for me. They always sell more. You guys like them more than you like my socks and my garments, and that's okay. Shawls are the main thing that I do, so it's okay that the people who follow my work and like my patterns also prefer shawls. I will continue to have the main focus of my pattern designing in shawls, because that's what I enjoy designing and knitting as well a lot. But I do want to mix it in occasionally, so there will be socks and some garments as well going on into the future. I do hope that in time more people will also find my sock and garment patterns, and I kind of thought the vest pattern would be a nice middle ground, so it's not a full commitment that a sweater or a cardigan is, but it's a quick knit, a lightweight knit, something you can try even if you're not a big garment knitter maybe. I don't know, let me know what your thoughts are on this subject. I would really love, because I do love getting feedback from you, and while I do this out of enjoyment, and this is my passion project, but I also do want you guys to be able to express your passion and what you like to knit. So always curious to hear thoughts on that. And like I said, it's perfectly okay. I'm not upset about that. And in addition to those, I've also republished 3 of the Moon Shawl books. So I think there are just 2 left. The Fading Light Shawl and the Void Shawl are still waiting to be republished. So all of the Moon Shawls have been part of my first book, A Little Book of Moon Inspired Shawls, which came out in November 23. So the full collection, some yarn stores might still have it. Lina might still have a couple of finished editions of the soft cover book, but the ebook in both English and Finnish is always available there. But like I said, there are 9 shawls in there, and 7 of those have now been published for individual purchase. And the other 2 ones, the Fading Light and Void, like I mentioned, are coming in the next 2 months. They're ready to go, and I've scheduled them in on my big grand publishing plan. And I've also just this week released 2 of the chunky knit patterns. And by that I mean 2 patterns that were originally part of the 52 weeks of chunky knits book by Lina Publishing, and the pattern rights have now reverted back to me, so I've released them for individual sale. So that means the High Cat and the Camellia scarf are now available to purchase on their own, and they're available in my Ravelry store, which is linked down below. And those 2 would make a really nice quick winter project, or just a palette cleanser, or if sometimes we just need a quick finish, right? So those are good for those. More numbers for YouTube. I've published 19 videos in the past 6 months, which I think is perfect. I mean, that was, I think I'm right on track with my goal. I want to be active and kind of publish videos, create videos consistently, and that's what I've been able to do in the past 6 months, and I'm really super happy about that. I enjoy creating these, coming up with the ideas. I even like the filming part and the editing part, so it's just time consuming, but it's really enjoyable. In addition, I've uploaded some shorts. Some of those do well, some not so well. I think in the last, no, I don't think, I know in the last video I said that my goal is to have the channel monetized by the end of the year, and sadly it seems I'm still very far away from that goal. It just means I need more watch hours. That's the only thing I'm missing so far, or at the moment. I think my videos are advancing, like I mean the editing and the filming and the content is getting better and better. But if you have any ideas, any videos that you'd love to see, like topics that you'd like me to make videos about, any editing ideas or something that you've noticed that might be the reason that my videos haven't spread that far yet, again, would love to hear those. If you don't have any ideas, that's all right too. I'll just keep on doing what I'm doing and learning as I go. That's what this is about, is learning as I go. I haven't taken any classes for video making or editing or anything, so it's all just learning as I go, which is again very interesting. So I feel like throughout this whole year, including the latter part of the year, I've been very productive, and that's like, despite, I'm going into a slight personal tangent here, but despite the other things that have been going on in my life, like I mentioned in the first 6-month update video, I was waiting to have another surgery, and I did do that in September, but I managed to to create content and prepare for that and the time off I needed to take after that to be able to keep Lina Knits like active and present. And the same with having the holiday in mid November, on the latter half of November, and now traveling. So I'd like to give myself a pat on the back for that, for just, you know, making it all possible and working really hard on this passion project of mine. And luckily also the second surgery was successful in that regards, that I had less of downtime afterwards, and now I'm doing better than I was during the first half of the year. So it's been really beneficial. Still not 100%. I don't know if I ever will be back to what I used to be, but this is what I'm going with. I'm feeling very positive and happy about the way that things are, or the direction that my health is going on. So like my physical health is going. So yay. And hopefully that will also translate into even more energy to put into everything else that I care about. All right, so I think that is enough about the sort of statistical segments and looking into the past. By the way, I do have a slight cold, so that's why my voice is a bit different. We're at a different campground today. Our time here in this camper van is about to come to an end, but I just wanted to take a moment and sit down and talk to you about my hopes and dreams for next year, and especially for the first 6 months. I'm again going to list that one goal that I didn't get to, that I didn't reach in 2025, and that is to get this YouTube channel monetized. I do enjoy just making these videos, but of course it would be nice if I would get a little bit of compensation from them. They do take up quite a lot of my time, and even though it's a passion of mine, yes, I also see it as part of my business. So yeah, getting just a little bit of compensation from it would be nice. It also would mean that there are a lot of you who enjoy my videos, or who get enjoyment and value out of what I produce. So I think that would also signal and motivate me to keep on doing what I'm doing. Since it's not happening now, I've maybe not yet found a way to... There's a train going past. So on the flip side, I have maybe not yet found a way to compare or to combine what I enjoy doing with what you enjoy watching. So again, please, any comments or thoughts you have on that subject, I mean, what you enjoy watching on YouTube, especially for your knitting purposes. And then for my designs, I have some plans. I've knit something. I've got something finished that I'm about to release. And in the new year, I've got something on the needles that I'm about to release, or that I'm preparing to release. And I've got plans for a couple of other designs, like very firm plans. And then I've got a whole bunch of things I would like to get done. And I think being here in entirely new environments is going to influence me, whether consciously or subconsciously. So my plans, especially on the latter half of next year, might be completely different than what I've envisioned so far. I've really enjoyed creating the Knitted Wheel of the Year series. So I have another series or a theme planned for that I'm going to start in the next 6 months. And that's going to be around the elements, the air, water, fire, earth elements. So I'm finalizing my thoughts on that. I'm not sure if I want to do how many designs per element I want to do, and from what element I want to start with. Doing a whole series is, I found it in the past at least extremely rewarding and satisfying, but it does need to be planned out well. It's not something I want to start without knowing how exactly I'm going to do that. So that's like my number one goal for the very beginning, for the end of this year and very beginning of next year, to finalize the plans for that elemental series. Just in general, I want to keep to the pace of one new pattern per year. I've still got 2 of the moon shawls to publish. So we're gonna see how that is gonna plan out. Like I mentioned, in the past 6 months, I did 4 shawls and 2 other knitted patterns. So I think kind of in the same sort of ratio going forward. So mostly shawls, but I will throw in socks and maybe some garments as well in the future. I want to be active on social media as well, and while it is also a vehicle for me to promote my patterns, of course, naturally, but I also, what I would like to use that space for is to bring a bit of peace and sort of acceptance and quiet meditative elements that are very important to me in my knitting. So sort of highlight that aspect of this hobby of ours as well, sort of natural fibers, natural elements, the tactile aspects of knitting, and just the kind of what you can do with knitting and the repetitive motion of your hands when you're knitting, what that can do for you, like for relaxation, but also for working through maybe difficult periods. Like the theme in my books has been, even though there are 2 different themes, the sort of underlying theme has been sort of the self-reflection and getting to know yourself, both with the moon book and moon phases, and then with soothing stitches and the crystals. So continuing to tie those elements together and just wanting to create in the Lina Knits account, in my kind of pocket of the social media universe, just to have that be as a sort of peaceful, mindful, where all creative paths are sort of accepted and encouraged to flourish. Being mindful, being meditative, but in a relaxed way, if that makes sense. So those are my goals for Lina Knits and this channel and my social media presence. Let me know your thoughts. Do you have plans for the next 6 months? And if so, what are those, whether they're knitting related or not? So thank you so much for watching and joining me on this casual chat of what's been going on and what's about to come, or what I hope is about to come. And thank you so much. I will see you soon again.